And welcome back. Of course, here's Charles, the producer. When Charles shows up on set, correct me if I'm wrong, it usually has something to do with the latest in cinema that you're going to see on the big screen.
That is true.
Same today?
Same today.
I got it right, okay.
Yep.
I have a feeling I know what it is, but what are you going to talk about first?
Okay, so first up, July's here. Our first of 3 summer blockbusters is out now with Jurassic World Rebirth.
Okay.
And there might be some spoilers thrown in there on, I'm going to try not to spoil anything, but just a precaution, just in case.
Okay.
So,
and I'm looking forward to this because I've seen all the Jurassic Park movies.
I mean, who doesn't enjoy the Jurassic movies? They're enjoyable. They're super enjoyable.
They are. They're well done.
This one actually takes place 5 years after our last Jurassic World Dominion film. An expedition braves isolated equatorial regions to extract DNA from 3 massive prehistoric creatures for a groundbreaking medical breakthrough.
Okay.
So, we have a great cast for this one. We have Scarlett Johansson, Jonathan Bailey, Mahershala Ali, Rupert Friend, Manuel Garcia Ruffalo, and Luna Blaze. A great all-around cast.
Okay, all right, so they've brought a new cast in for this.
Yes, this is actually the first film in all the Jurassic movies that does not have a returning actor.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Usually there's someone who has come back, even brought back from one into this one. And, okay, so this is all new cast.
Yes, and there's rumors it's a new trilogy. All good things come in threes, right?
Oh, yeah?
So Scarlett Johansson plays Zora, but she was not originally the first actress up for that role. Jennifer Lawrence was, believe it or not.
Okay.
I kind of would have been very interesting to see how Jennifer Lawrence would have taken on that role.
2 really different types of
Exactly.
actors. Yeah.
So when Jennifer Lawrence turned it down, Scarlett Johansson actually been a fan of the Jurassic films for over a decade, and she had hoped to be in one of the films. And she actually met with Steven Spielberg during the development of it all, and pitched to be part of the film. And then once the director, Gareth Edwards, learned of this, he was instantly cast her.
You don't normally see someone of her reputation, her skill level, actually having to try to talk someone into it.
Exactly.
But then Spielberg is that level too.
That is true.
All right.
So as for Jonathan Bailey, Universal executives actually suggested him for a role after his performance in Wicked this last year as well.
All right.
So behind the camera, though, returning for the Jurassic films, we have Steven Spielberg, like I said. He returns as an executive producer for this one. But he was pretty hands-on compared to other films. The executive producers had a lot more of the creative control.
Right.
Also returning was David Koepp, who wrote the first 2 Jurassic Park films. And he's also consulted on all the other Jurassic films.
Okay, he wrote the first 2?
He wrote the first 2.
That's good writing. Yeah.
So as for cinematography, they actually went back and shot this on 35 millimeter like the original Jurassic Park. To have that, they wanted it to be the closest looking to the original.
Yes.
And I think it is, of all of the franchise movies in there, it is the closest to the original Jurassic Park.
Timeline-wise, is it also supposed to be closer to the first Jurassic?
No, so it takes place 5 years after Dominion. So we're still going, we haven't jumped back.
All right.
The first 10 minutes does have a flashback, but that's it. The rest of it's present day.
Okay, is that the only spoiler I have to worry about?
Well, I wouldn't even say that's a spoiler.
So there's one coming. Okay. All right.
So this is where I kind of consider this might be a little bit of a spoiler.
All right.
But Mahershala Ali's character was originally meant to be killed off, but was changed once Ali was cast due to his star status. Director Gareth Edwards and Ali actually fought to keep his character's death in there, and then the Universal execs were like, shoot this other scene where it's a what if he survived, just in case, and we have that.
Yeah.
So, I mean, understandable, you cast a big name like him, you might not want to kill him off, you might want to keep him around.
Actors have been killed off
but that's
in movies.
True. Yeah. Some of the big actors' deaths are some of the best deaths there are out there. So staying with our Jurassic World themes from the first 3, we have another mutant dinosaur.
Of course.
We have the Disastrous Rex, also known as the D-Rex.
Disastrous Rex.
Disastrous Rex, yes.
Okay.
And this D-Rex was inspired by the xenomorphs from Alien and the Rancors in the Star Wars franchise. I really see the xenomorph, but I haven't really seen the Rancors myself.
Yeah, I have a picture in my mind of what
Right.
that is, and I went, okay.
It's an interesting
I'll have
one.
to wait to see.
Now, this is a decent summer flick.
Yeah.
It doesn't live up to the original Jurassic Park, but it's probably the closest of them we have. I really enjoyed it. It has a great cast. Scarlett Johansson and Mahershala Ali were my favorite of the actors in there.
Yeah.
The characters aren't overly fleshed out, though.
Okay. Well,
You don't really
dinosaurs.
Right. You don't really connect with them. So compared to some of the other ones where they
Okay.
put the humanity more and just the dinosaurs are thrown in there to begin with.
Okay.
So beautifully shot. They shot in like 4 different countries, went for practical over CGI.
I like that idea.
Yes.
Right there. Yeah.
This one, though, compared to the other ones, it was such a very quick turnaround for production that they didn't get to use as many like dinosaurs in robotics, the animatronics.
Yes.
Not as many
Audio
animatronics
animatronics, yeah.
in this one as the previous Jurassic films.
Okay.
I always love to see what new dinos they introduce into all these films, though. It's always cool. The D-Rex, though, was underused, in my opinion. In the trailers make him out to be the big bad
Yeah.
of the film, but he was not in it as much as you would expect.
Was the D-Rex used like the shark was in Jaws? It's like you don't see much of the shark, but that threat is always there.
Nope.
Not even that way.
Nope.
Okay.
I think it would have added if they had that underlying threat there, even if you didn't see him much. But no, you don't. I mean, maybe they're building him up to be more in the trilogy, but as of right now,
Could be because T-Rex came through at the end
Yeah.
of the old ones. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
so we'll see if we show up. The storyline, there's two different parts to the story here.
Okay.
We have our expeditioners going after the DNA of the dinosaurs.
Of course.
But then you also have this family and one of the daughter's boyfriends that gets kind of marooned out there. And they felt very unnecessary to me.
I understand.
They didn't feel like they needed to be
I
there.
understand what you mean.
Yeah.
I understand what.
It just felt
I
like
know
they
sometimes
didn't need
that happens. Sometimes that's just the way scripts go.
Yeah.
You've got that side story that's going on that as you're watching it, you can go, okay, I can go for popcorn right now.
Right. Well, and almost all the Jurassic films have a random kid thrown in there somehow.
Of
So,
course. Of course. That's part of the suspense.
right. Now, I would say that I would love, and I know the internet would love, because I've seen a lot of people saying this, a true R-rated Jurassic film where it actually goes for the horror and, crazy deaths.
Oh, it's not enough that you have Tyrannosaurus Rexes and things like that chasing people around, and
Hey,
it's not
the
enough.
people want a little bit more horror in there.
There's no horror. That's not a horror
Okay,
movie.
But see, this was probably just because I was young. But those Jurassic Park movies when I was younger used to give me nightmares.
Wow.
And I feel like they had more horror elements in them than these newer world ones do.
I can see what you mean.
Yeah.
But I see what you're saying there. Any way you look at it, they were really. I mean, they got you to the edge of your
Right.
seat a lot.
So overall, it's a good film, though. Still, it's already made worldwide $318.3 million with a budget of
Oh.
180,
Okay.
and that's only the first weekend.
And it's a hit.
Only going to go up. So,
The budget was only 180.
yep.
Okay. All right.
So moving on, we're going to jump back to one that was released a few weeks ago on streaming. So this is from Sony Pictures Animation. This is K-pop Demon Hunters, a PG animated musical fantasy.
Oh, it's,
And-
it's
animated,
animated
yes.
on top of all of that stuff.
And I'm sure Tom is just chomping at the bit to watch this once he goes home today. But this follows a world-renowned
Yeah.
K-pop girl group as they balance their lives in the spotlight with their secret identities as demon hunters.
Oh, wow, that makes it better right away.
Right? So, as our voice actors, please forgive me if I do not say these names right. But we have Arden Cho, An Hyo Sop, Mei Hong, and Jeong Yu. So this was actually conceived by Maggie Kang, who wanted to make a film inspired by her Korean heritage, drawing on elements of mythology and demonology and K-pop. And I think it does a great job of doing all that.
Okay.
Yeah. She calls this film her love letter to K-pop and her Korean roots.
I just, there's part of me that says, yeah, if there are demons and stuff running around, I think a K-pop group is the last thing I'm going to call.
Well, you know what? Their secret identities are safe then.
Yeah, but see, in Jurassic Park, the kid gets marooned, the whole family goes to save him or something. It's like, that's not how you do things. But that's the movie.
Right. Now, I wasn't originally, this wasn't on my radar at
Yeah.
all, but I was kind of coaxed into watching it, and I really, really did enjoy this.
Okay.
It's one I think the whole family will love. The kids, the parents. It's a very fun film. It's very beautiful, vibrant colors throughout it. The acting is great. The music is
I will
top
destroy the
notch.
hunters.
I would love a sequel just for more music.
Time for
Really?
new strategy.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Two of the tracks, actually, Golden and Your Idol, topped the US Spotify chart with Huntrix hitting #2 on the chart, surpassing Blackpink as the highest charting
Get
female
out.
K-pop group. Yep.
Really?
And the Saja Boys from
Are
the
you
film,
serious?
Yes. Surpassed BTS
Okay.
as the highest
Oh,
charting
see,
K-pop.
See, now I know who BTS is.
You don't know who
but-
Blackpink is?
No, I don't.
Either?
No, I don't.
Oh, we'll forgive you, Tom.
BTS is the one that I'm aware of. We'll put it that way. But it's a lot of original songs.
Yeah,
then
it's all
in
original
this?
songs. It's
Well.
the actors, the voice actors aren't the ones that are singing. They had other people sing it, but the performers are great, honestly.
Do they go a lot?
Not that I can recall.
Okay, all right. Because that's what I usually look for anime. You get a lot of that. The surprise sound.
Well, I don't know if I'd even consider it anime fully.
Just
So either the-
animation.
yeah, I wouldn't consider anime the style.
All right.
I mean, I could be wrong. I don't watch like a lot of anime, but from the anime I've watched, this is not anime,
All right.
art style at least.
Okay.
So Sony's actually considered submitting Golden for the awards season because of how
Sweet.
successful it's been. So if you're looking for a good one for the family, I highly suggest this one. It is streaming on Netflix.
And the name of it again is
K-pop Demon Hunters.
K-pop Demon Hunter.
Yes, K-pop Demon Hunters.
Very good.
Yeah. So moving on to this weekend comes
Yeah.
our second big summer blockbuster, Superman. So this will be the first film in the James Gunn DC universe.
Okay,
DCU.
yes. Yeah.
So I'm very excited to see how this sets us off.
I will be interested in that too because I know a lot of the complaint has been you're not capturing Superman,
Yeah.
really. And it's like there have been some good Superman portrayals, but this I'm always interested to see, okay, what's the latest
Right.
take?
Well, and James Gunn has success so much. The Guardians of the Galaxy trilogy,
yeah.
the Suicide Squad
Yes.
version he did. I don't doubt that he won't be a success.
All right.
So,
I'm looking forward to seeing
oh,
it,
I am
actually.
too. So, also coming out this weekend is a smaller film called Sovereign. This has Dennis Quaid and Nick Offerman in it. So, not sure if it'll be shown in our area, but it'll be interesting to watch if it is.
All right.
Now, moving on to streaming, coming this Friday, we have Opus on HBO. That has Io Edebri and I'm gonna blank on his name,
That's okay.
but
It'll come.
it'll come to me at
but
some
it-
point.
but explain it and then jump in with the name when you got it.
Yeah, but it's basically Io plays this journalist,
Okay.
and she goes into this cult to try to do like a story on them.
Yeah.
Well, actually, you don't even know it's a cult to begin with, but it's a
Another spoiler.
well, we do, but like Io's character doesn't.
Oh,
John
okay.
Malkovich.
Oh,
With John Malkovich.
anything that Malkovich is in is gonna be good.
I really liked it when I watched it.
He's real. Yes. Okay.
So, and then we have-
Malkovich is what?
He's
in the movie.
He's the cult leader. He's like a musician that's the cult leader.
He's
Yeah.
Okay.
He's great in it. I mean, he's great in like everything he is. in,
Malkovich.
but-
It's worth going to see the movie or watching
Yes.
it just for Malkovich.
Exactly. And then also we have Drop on Peacock. So this is the one where if you saw the trailers, she's out on a date and she keeps getting these airdropped messages to her where they want her to kill her date or else they're going to kill her son.
Oh, I think I have seen some.
It was a pretty enjoyable movie. I liked it. I felt like it was pretty suspenseful. And,
It's out now.
this Friday. Both of those this Friday.
Friday,
Yeah.
okay.
Opus is HBO Max, Drop Peacock.
That's a bunch. That is a bunch. And of course, this is great. We're in the blockbuster season. Jaws started all of it.
That's true. Just celebrated its 50th.
And we keep going because, with Jaws, you had sharks. Sharks are older than the rings of Saturn and also older than dinosaurs. So now you bring the younger bunch in of the dinosaurs. I like this a lot. And then Superman saves the day.
Exactly.
Great. This has been a good one. Thank you. We'll be right back.